What would you do with a camera that can take pictures of the future? I'm in Salad and I saw Twilight Zone Season 2, Episode 10. A most unusual camera. It is directed by John Rich, written by Rod Serling, and if you haven't seen this episode, I will spoil it for you. Episode starts, we're following two people, and I like how the exposition is set up where it's slowly unraveling that they are thieves, and they stole a bunch of things from this place, but one of the things that they stole was this weird camera. It's a little weird antique box camera thing, and it takes pictures, but the fun thing about the pictures, it takes pictures for 5 minutes in the future. So take a picture of a spot, and then it'll show you what's happening 5 minutes from now. And it turns out the chick got a fur coat on, and she doesn't have the fur coat on, but like 30 seconds before the picture time and the pose that she is in in the picture, she finds the fur coat. She's like, oh my goodness, I found a fur coat, and she does the pose. It's like, oh, so this is a camera that could tell the future. Naturally, you'd want to gamble with it. And I'm like, this is genius. So they make so much money, make a ton of money. All the money in the world. Not all the money in the world, but they make a ton of money, and they're like, all right, we've made 6 bets at the horses, and some guy comes in and is like, oh yeah, by the way, this says you have 10 wishes. And it's like, oh my goodness, 10 camera clicks? How many do we got? We did 2, and then we got 6. We done 8 so far, and they have a like, oh, what are we gonna do with the cameras? And I accidentally clicked the picture. It's like, oh, somebody's dead here. This is weird. Why is somebody dead here? And it turns out, like, in the midst of them fighting, one of the guys falls out the window, and then she's like, oh my goodness, I can't believe he's dead. Well, I'm gonna steal the money. And then the guy comes in, who's transcribed what was said on the side. It was like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm taking all this money because I'm gonna tell the Derby if you don't, that you guys cheated. She's like, ah, dang it, right? And it takes a photo. Oh, this is so strange, right? There's like multiple bodies down there, and she's like, takes a photo. Whose bodies are those? And it turns out it's hers. So she ends up dying, and then that other guy also ends up falling. So nobody has the money, and nobody has the camera. It makes me wonder, the 10 the 10 developments, the 10 photos, right? Is it per person? Per group of people? Because if it's per person, then they would have 20 wishes. This episode is not very clear on it, but I think that's the intention, is that it's not clear. They're not sure what it says on the side. It just says 10 something, and so they jump to conclusions and think that this means 10 photos that they are allowed. And because of this, they start fighting and bickering without actually knowing whether that meant 10 or not. So that's what I like about this episode a lot. I like how nobody wins in this episode. It's pretty great. And that camera is left for somebody else to claim and probably have a very similar fate. So I'm going to give this episode a solid 7.5 out of 10. If you like this review, watch another one on the platform really likes that. $20 dinos at patreon.com/ASEPresents for 1 movie review per 1 month. Support the daily grindiness by going to this link tree. Support the daily grind of all them daily movies, so you can go here. And until next time, I'm in Salad Saw. I'll see you later to my salad croutons and bacon bits. Now I'm gonna go look for that camera since it's currently not being claimed by anyone. So, toodaloo.